Hey legends, what's up? It's Darkmech here, and today we're covering off stats, gearing, gems, enchants for Wrath of the Lich King Classic for all my DK tanks out there. Now this is of course aimed at newer players moving into Wrath, or the retail Andes just coming over for a look at how the different version of the DK used to function. So the info source today has been pulled from Wowhead, Icy Veins and the Blight Club Discord, as I feel like these are the most consistent forms and places and reliable sources of information to grab, and the internet is just a wild place when it comes to Wrath of the Lich King and private servers and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to start off with stats today. Now in Wrath, there were massive threat modifiers that were added to abilities, so the need for amping your threat through other stats like crit, haste or attack power isn't really a thing. Hit and expertise is actually available on a lot of the tank pieces as well throughout the expansion, which makes hitting these breakpoints a lot easier as well. Now Wrath also brings the advantage of things like glyphs. So Glyph of Dark Command, for example, can lessen the amount of hit you actually require for things like reaching the taunt cap. Now you should still try and reach 263 hit rating, and then your glyph will actually cover the remaining portion in regards to spell hit. Now taunt is classed as a spell, so technically your spell hit cap is 17%, but Glyph of Dark Command, as I said, will actually manage to cover that. Now Icy Touch is actually our main threat generating ability, and obviously it's a spell, so in your head you might think, well, I should probably try and hit this spell cap, which is 17%. But to achieve this, you would need like 446 hit rating, which is absolutely ridiculous, so don't get fixated around that at all. There are also other bunch of factors that go into reducing the raw number required around hit, things like Fairy Fire, Misery, Heroic Presence, and Virulence in our own talent tree. So keep that in mind, just aim for that 263 hit rating, Glyph Dark Command, away you go. Now from an expertise point of view, you're a tank, you're attacking from the front of the boss, meaning that your attacks will get parried and dodged. You want to get the soft expertise cap, which is 164 expertise rating, and there really isn't any need to chase anything higher than that. Now outside hit and expertise, your main focuses are going to be strength and stamina. Now DKs benefit hugely from stamina in Wrath of the Lich King. Stamina is king. Higher health pool means that you can survive the entirety of an upfront damage ability, obviously, but it also increases the value of your self-healing toolkit, your healing toolkit alone, and just some of your defensive cooldowns as well. Strength-wise, strength provides you with attack power, which boosts and amplifies the damage from your diseases, your other abilities, and strength also gives you parry like it does in retail to my fellow Andes. Now, defense cap wise, if you are new to Wrath tanking, or if you didn't play in vanilla or come from TBC, you might not be aware of this thing people talk about around defense cap, or becoming uncritable. And this is actually the most important factor for you as a max level tank. You can do it by two means: defense rating and resilience rating. Now on your character screen in your stats panel, if you hover over your defense rating, it'll show you a % of your chance to be hit with a critical strike from a boss. Now defense rating and resilience rating both add to this, and your goal is to achieve a reduction of 5.6%. Now the defense rating you'll need for this is 689 defense rating or 540 defense skill. At level 80, your defense skill will be 400, so then you just need to boost it by 140 points. And you can do this via gems, gear, enchants, and consumables. Now talking about pre-raid gear, there are things called emblems of heroisms, and these drop via heroic dungeons. Once you're at level 80, you'll see people all the time spamming for world tours of the heroic dungeons, and you can do this once a day, which means that you can farm 51 badges in total a day, including your daily quest reward. This means that if you decided to no life it, and you had the ability to, you could farm 357 badges in a week and buy every item that is on the Emblem of Heroism vendor. And notable items on this are things like chest, gloves, relic, belt, neck, and a trinket. And funnily enough, every single one of them outside the trinket is a fantastic pre-raid item to take in with you to raid. So let's talk about this as a whole set here. I'm going to give you a couple of options for each slot, and we're going to run through these fairly quickly, but you can see them on the screen. Helm here, two options. You got the NG goggles and the armored titanium goggles. or the blacksmithing BOE in the tempered Titan steel helm. I would favor the the engineering goggles. That's just me. Both choices are fantastic. Neck-wise, you've got the emblem purchase in the chained military gorget or the Shadow Seeker's pendant from Ankahet, the Old Kingdom. Shoulders, Halls of Lightning have a nice set of shoulders in there, the Iron Dwarf Smith Pauldrons. If you have the money, you can buy Warpark Spolders of Solidarity. They will likely be expensive though. Cloak-wise, Cloak of the Enemy from the Nexus is a fantastic choice. BOE-wise, if you have the gold available, the durable Nerbhide Cape is a fantastic option. Chest-wise, you're going to go with the Tier, the Hero Scourgeborn Chest Guard, which is an emblem purchase. Otherwise, the Sun Emblazoned Chest Plate from Halls of Stone is also a solid option. Braces-wise, Braces of the Herald drop from Ankahet, or Braces of Dark Will from the Culling of Strathhome. Gloves-wise, Tier option again here in the Scourgeborn Handguards. Emblem purchase, otherwise the Horn Tip Gauntlets from Gundrak. Belt, Waistguard of Living Iron, which is an emblem purchase, or the Ancient Aligned Girdle from Ajol Narub. Legs, you've got your bolstered leg plates that drop in the Violet Hold, or your Ley Guardians leg guards from the Oculus. Boots, you can go down a reputation path here if you want to get revered with Wormrest. You can get the Sabatons of Draconic Vigor. Otherwise, Ankahet has a great set of boots in Greaves of Ancient Evil, or if you have the money, you can buy the Blacksmithing Crafted boots in the Tempered Titan Steel Threads. Couple of options for you in the ring slots here. The Jewel Crafting Ring, the Titanium Earthguard Ring, is an absolute banger. Otherwise, Keystone Great Ring from Drakthal Keep, Dragonflight Great Ring from the Oculus, or Woeful Band from Halls of Stone would be my pick. Trinkets wise, couple of trinket options. The JC crafted trinkets here are fantastic in the figurines, Monarch Crab or Ruby Hair. You've also got Essence of Gossamer from Ajol Narub, or the Seal of the Pantheon from Halls of Lightning. Relics wise, there's one relic you're going to take with you from pre-raid and in raid as well, and that's the Sigil of the Unfaltering Knight. 15 emblems of heroism, so fantastic purchase here. Weapons wise, and this is a debate that goes on in a lot of places around Wrath of the Lich King DK tanking, dual wielding or two-hander. The honest answer here is a two-handed weapon is actually better than dual wielding. Dual wielding fun, looks really cool, and you're obviously at the mercy of what you can get to drop. However, a two-hander is generally going to be the better option for you here. However, if you do pick up two really solid one-handers, in tier 7, it's not a big issue, but it also gives you the option to pump out more DPS if you're off tanking, or if there's fights that only call for one tank, it means that you can just swap to DPS and blast. So, yeah, there are pros and cons to both of them, but ideally try and pick up a two-hander. Your two-handed options, Titan Steel Destroyer, which is the blacksmithing crafted weapon, is fantastic. Otherwise, the Saliva Corroded Pike from the Violet Hold, or any of the arena two-handed weapons, if you can grind the raiding out, are fantastic pre-raid and during raid as well. Dual wield options, you've got the two weapons from Utgard Pinnacle, Red Sword of Courage or the Infant Assault Blade. Moving into the actual raid items that you can achieve now in Phase 1. Now, there are 3 raids available for you in 10 and 25 man versions, Naxxramas, Obsidian Sanctum and Eye of Eternity. Now, similar pattern also happens here in regards to badge farming, which I loved Wrath about. In the raids, you can earn Emblems of Valor. Now, in a week, you can actually farm up to 62 of them if you complete all 3 raids at 10 and 25 and do your daily heroic. Notable items, Leg Plates of the Lost Vanquisher, 75 emblems. You've got a Platinum Mesh Cloak in here, which is BiS at 25 emblems. Signet of Impregnable Fortress, 25 emblems, BiS Ring. Mantle of the Lost Vanquisher, again BiS, 60 emblems. Braces, which are BiS at 60 emblems, and you've got a really fantastic pair of boots in the Ground Stompers at 40 emblems. So you can again buy a bunch of great gear with badges here and gearing your character up quickly. Now, helm wise, you're going to go with the tier piece, the Valorious Scourgeborn Face Guard, drops off Kel'Thuzad. Neck wise, you've still got the Chained Military Gorge we bought pre-raid, or you can go with Boundless Ambition, which drops off Kel'Thuzad. Shoulder-wise, you're going with the tier Scourgeborn Pauldrons. They drop from Lotheb, Gluth, or for 60 emblems. Cloak-wise, the Platinum Mesh Cloak, which I talked about as an emblem purchase. Chest-wise, you're going with the tier Scourgeborn Chest Guard. This drops from the 4 Horsemen or Gluth. Braces, you're looking for the Unholy Knight Braces, which drop from Instructor Resuvius, or you can go with the braces from the emblem purchase with the Dalaran puppets. Fantastic choice there as well. Gloves wise, tier here as well, so from Sathron 25 man. Belt, ablative chitin girdle, which drops from Maxina, or you can stay with the emblem of heroism belt that we bought in the Wasteguard of Living Iron, is also a fantastic option. Legs, leg plates of sovereignty, they drop from the Eye of Eternity, or the tier legs as well are also a great option from Thaddeus Glove or Gluth, or you can buy them for 75 emblems of valor. Feet, you've got the Sabatons of Endurance, these drop from Thaddeus, otherwise the Ground Stompers, again an emblem purchase. Rings, we've got the Signet of Impregnable Fortress, which is that Valor purchase again from Emblems, which is awesome. Otherwise, you got Gatekeeper Ring, which drops from Saffron, Deflection Band from Unrubicon, or Signet of Accord, which drops from Satharion. Trinkets wise, these don't change from pre-raid, which is awesome. So you've got your 2 JC crafted ones and your figurines, Essence of Gossamer and the Seal of the Pantheon again. Relic is unchanged as well. And then weapons wise, we're going to aim for a 2-hander. Inevitable Defeat is actually a zone drop in Nax if you can get one of them. Fantastic. Betrayer of Humanity from Kalthazat is a great option. Or again, any arena 2-handed weapon if you can grind that rating. Dual wielding wise, Last Laugh from Kalthazat's fantastic. Slayer of Lifeless is awesome from Gothic the Harvester on 10 Nax. Or Broken Promise from the Horseman. Again, you're at the mercy of what you can get to drop, but if you can get a 2-hander, tally ho. So looking at gems, enchants, and rune forges now to wrap this up. Gems wise, your meta gem is always going to be Estia Earth Siege Diamond. More stamina, 2% increased armor value from items, clear banger. Blue gems, you are always going to gem stamina on your gear. It's basically what you're going to throw everything into. So your solid Majestic Zircons, solid Storm Jewels, or solid Sky Sapphires if you're on a budget. Pretty much what you're going to go to. If you needed expertise rating, you could go with Guardians Dreadstones or the Guardians Twilight Opal for purple gems. If you needed hit, you could go with the green gems in Vivid Eye of Zul or Vivid Forest Emerald. But as I said, most of the time, you'll just be sticking blue gems in there. Enchants wise, helm, you're going to go with Arcanum of the Stalwart Protector. On your helm, shoulders, Greater Inscription of the Gladiator. Cloak, you can either go with a Borean Armor Kit for Stam, or you can put Major Agility on there. Braces wise, Major Stamina. Gloves, again, Borean Armor Kit or Precision. Legs, Frosthide, Leg Armor. Boots, you can either go with Fortitude, or you could go with Tuskar's Vitality here. And then rune forging wise, if you are using a 2-handed weapon, Stone Skin Gargoyle, which retail Andes will hate hearing, or if you are dual wielding, Rune of the Nerubian Carapace. So that is it. Any questions at all, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, hopefully this has been nice and succinct, getting you through what you want to chase for gear, what you want to put on there for enchants, and how stats function. Any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all next time. See you, fam.